This is a first impressions video of the Fenty foundation. I got it at Sephora. Honestly, after doing my full face with this foundation, I have to say that it's not my favorite. It might be because I am combination oily skin, so I'm oily in my T-zone and kind of dry around the perimeter of my face. This foundation might work better for people who have completely oily skin because it does really show up in the dry areas of your face. Like, it kind of gets cakey. So anyways, watch the video. Let me know if you have any questions, and I hope you find it helpful. I just got the Fenty foundation from Sephora yesterday, and I haven't tried it yet. It's still in the bag. So I wanted to do this first impressions so I can give an honest review of what I really think of it. So I have nothing on my face right now. This is what the packaging looks like. I got this in shade 230. It says medium to full coverage for all, long wear, light as air. So we'll see. Okay, this is the bottle. Let me prep my face first. I'm gonna use a toner. Now I'm going to moisturize. I'm going to use my Cover FX mattifying primer because I have an oily T-zone. Okay, so the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to apply the foundation on one side of my face using a damp makeup sponge. This is the Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. I like this better than the Beauty Blender just because it has a flat side to it. And then on the other side of my face, I'm going to use this. This is the Real Techniques Blend and Blur Base Foundation Brush. I'm going to put 3 little dots. Get it to squeeze out. There we go. It's kind of runny. Okay, so it's on my fingertips, and I'm just gonna put it on each side of my face. I have no idea how much or how little of this foundation I should use because, like I said, I've never used it before. Okay, so I'm gonna do the Beauty Blender on this side. It seems to be blending nice. Okay, it doesn't seem very full coverage at all. And let me try with my foundation brush on the other side. This seems to be giving it more of a full coverage look using the dry foundation brush, which is a very dense brush, as opposed to using the damp Beauty Blender. I think the color match on it is really good. It just doesn't seem to be covering a lot. Let me put a little bit more. So this time I'm just gonna take 1 pump and put it directly onto the foundation brush. Or maybe 2 pumps. It doesn't, a lot of product doesn't come off. That's 2 pumps. It's not a lot of product. And I didn't read if this is considered buildable coverage. Okay, so now up close in my mirror, it definitely looks cakey, but it's probably just because there's like way too much foundation. So smooshing it in with the wet beauty sponge seems to make it look a little bit more natural, so it doesn't look like it's just sitting on top of my skin, which is kind of how it looked. But honestly, I'm not sure how I feel about this foundation. It's not really covering the little red spots that I have on my skin. It's definitely not full coverage. So it does say medium to full coverage, but I'd say it's more medium coverage than full coverage. But I'm not really a fan. Let's take it off and try it again. I'm gonna tone it again. You never really know what the consistency of the foundation is going to be. You don't know how it's going to blend. You don't know what primer is gonna work well underneath it. You don't know what moisturizer is gonna work well. I don't know, you just don't know if you should use a brush or a sponge or your fingers to put it on. Every foundation is different. So because I want more full coverage, I'm gonna go ahead and just use this to put it on. This is my favorite brush to use to put foundation on anyways. I'm gonna use the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer and see if maybe that will work better. Okay, now the primer's set on my face, so I'm gonna go ahead and do what I normally do. Shake up the foundation, put one pump of it on this. We'll just start with one pump and see how it goes. And I'll just blend it circular. Okay, I definitely like the way that went on better than the first time, but you can see the foundation on your pores. Like, it just doesn't blend well. It's like really cakey in the crease of my chin, and it's really cakey on the top and the sides of my nose. Yeah, it's just not melting into my skin the way that I was hoping that it would. And it's not covering up really any of my redness. Not to a significant degree. I feel like I need to add more to the areas where I have redness. So like here, around my nose, I get red, like underneath, like on my cheeks. Okay, so adding more and then blending it with this actually did cover up the red. So that's the good news. I'm still not really a fan of the way it looks on my skin though. It's cakey in areas. It's just not blending well. It just feels like one of those foundations that sits on top of your skin and you can see it. And that's not what I'm going for. Like up around my hairline, it's kind of cakey because I like to blend my foundation into my hairline. It's just kind of cakey up there. Maybe those are areas where I'm a little more dry and that's the problem. Maybe this foundation is better for completely oily skin as opposed to combination skin, which is what I have. So I'm oily here in my T-zone. So I'm oily here on my forehead, down my nose, on my chin, and kind of like right here. I tend to get a little bit oily. But I'm drier more around the perimeter of my face, and that's where it seems to be having the problem. Also, where I ended up putting more, it feels a little itchy. It's not what I was hoping it would be. But let me finish and we'll see. As the time is passing on and I'm doing the rest of my makeup, it's settling into my skin a little bit more. I'm also doing my makeup in natural daylight room. So this is what my makeup should look like when I'm outside in the sun, which is what I care about because it's summertime and the sun's out and I'm out and about during the day and I don't want my face to look cakey or look like I'm wearing a lot of thick foundation. So that's why I wanted to buy this foundation. So far it's like 50-50. I'm not sure how I feel about it. So I can definitely see the foundation like here under my chin. Kind of gets that like dry bubbly look. This really is a perfect match for my skin though. Like I didn't put any down on my neck and there's like no line. You cannot see where the foundation ends and my neck. You know, like you can't see a differentiation in color or texture. So that's really good. Okay, so that is with a full face of makeup on. It actually looks pretty good on camera, I think. In person you can see the foundation a little more than I would like, but with all the rest of my makeup on top of it, it's actually not too bad. So I might give this foundation a try a couple of more days and see if I can get it to, you know, if I can fall in love with it, because I really wanted to like this foundation. It has very good reviews and it's supposed to last all day through humidity. It's like waterproof, sweat proof. So I'm hoping that that's the case. I will post an update on this video to let you know if that actually was true as I go throughout my day. It does get a little crusty, like in between your nose, like that little fold right here where your nose meets your face. It kind of builds up right there. So I would just be careful when putting it there. I don't know, overall I think I give this foundation probably like a 7 out of 10. Definitely not one of my favorites, where there's been foundations that I've put on and I'm like, wow, I really love that foundation, like instantly. This one I think is like kind of a, it's gonna grow on me type of foundation, or let me see how I can make this actually work for my skin type of foundation, as opposed to like an instant, oh wow, yes, this is an amazing foundation. So thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful. If you have questions, post them below. Comments, post them below. Please like the video if you found it helpful. If you subscribe to my channel, that would also be awesome. I plan to do a lot of these first impressions or just general reviews of makeup products or get ready with me in the future. So thanks for watching. Bye.